Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Usha Kumari, and I'll be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 12th meeting of Bright Hearts Toastmasters Club. So, since this is an online meeting, as you all know, let's have a quick warm up session. And today's theme is trekking. So I would like each one of you to give me a thumbs up or raise hands if you all have ever been on a trek in this lifetime. So just give me a thumbs up or maybe raise your hands or just use the emoji which is there on the chat. Let me see how many hands have been raised. Oh, yeah, nice. Neville, what about you? I don't see. And yeah, quite a few of them. That's that's nice. I think most of them have been. I see many hands raised. Great, great. Nice. So let's start off. Let me begin by telling you all about Toastmasters and its mission. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that builds confidence and teaches public speaking skills through a worldwide network of clubs that meets either online or in person. In a supportive community or a corporate environment, members prepare and deliver speeches, respond to impromptu questions, and give and receive constructive feedback. It is through this regular practice that members are empowered to meet personal and professional communication goals. The club was founded in 1924 and its headquarters is in Eaglewood, Colorado, with approximately 270,000 members in more than 148 countries, and we have close to 14,200 clubs so far. Toastmasters provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self confidence and personal growth. So, before we start the meeting, I would like to mention few ground rules to follow in our Toastmasters meeting since this is online meeting. So, I request everyone to turn off your mobiles or put them in silent mode. I'll give you 20 seconds to do that. Okay. As Toastmasters, we advise you to talk. We advise you that you talk about sex, religion, and politics in a careful manner, as these are very sensitive topics. Please stay on mute until and unless you are invited to speak or speak as part of a specific role or by a Toastmasters of the day. With that, I would like you to introduce the president officer for the day. He is a software professional at JP Morgan and Chase, and he has been a member of Toastmasters International since April 2018. He has completed the two parts in the Toastmasters Pathway Education Program. Additionally, he has won the District 121 speech evaluation contest in back to back years, which is in 2022 and 2023. More recently, has been crowned the District 121 International Speech Contest Champion in 2024. He's in his spare time, he sees himself indulging in books, video games, singing, running, and weight training. He's also the founder of Humble Bumble Book Club, one of the fastest growing reading communities in Bangalore, which is currently home to over 3 dozen enthusiastic readers. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on to the stage the president of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, Akshay Abraham Oman.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Usha. I just want to confirm, am I audible and visible to everyone? Great, lovely. All right, so welcome to the first ever regular Bright Hearts Toastmasters meeting, which is going to be conducted exclusively online. Welcome to meeting number 12. This is a chapter of Toastmasters, that is, Bright Hearts is a chapter of Toastmasters which has started about 4 months ago. And here we are into our 12th charter meeting and roughly our 25th meeting overall, including pre-charters, making a difference in terms of building more confident speakers, leaders, and communicators. We are here to create a platform where anyone can come and feel at home, and if they want to battle any sort of stage fear, communication issues, leadership issues, we want to ensure they do it right. Because in Bright Hearts Toastmasters, we always say that the right way is the bright way. Before we begin, I do see we have one guest who has joined us here today online. I just want to confirm, Harshita, are you on? And could you
Hi,
do a
yes.
quick audio check? Great. I think Harshita is on. So Harshita, why don't you quickly introduce yourselves? Tell us who you are, how did you find out about today's meeting, and why you are here. Over to you, Harshita.
Thank you. Good evening. This is Harshita. I am an accountant working with accounting firm in HSR. I am looking to improve my public speaking confidence. Want to be more comfortable talking to audiences. Also go on to host meetings and talk shows, and I think just in general build my confidence with talking to just anyone, in a public forum. Um, Starting with baby steps, getting used to familiar people, talking to them, and then also be confident enough that even if I have to go to speak in front of absolute alien people, I should be able to do that without taking too much time to settle in. I found Toastmasters. I've heard of this group for a while. I have not heard of the one in HSR, but I know that this group exists in general. And yeah, I wanted to see if I can sustainably join this group and contribute weekly.
Thank you so much, Harshita. I still remember my baby steps in public speaking came around school, and I still remember my baby steps into public speaking being absolutely terrifying. And I totally relate with how you feel. Sometimes that first step can be very difficult. You have this issues with self-confidence, you're not sure how you're going to be perceived, but I think one way to overcome that is just keep showing up, right? Whether it's any platform, of course. When it's school and college, you have a lot of avenues to do so, but when we get into the workspace and when our careers get started, the only platform, there are many platforms, but one of the best platforms I've learned is Toastmasters, without a doubt. So thank you so much, Harshita, for joining. Thank you for sharing your story. And I am 100% sure you're going to have a great time at Bright Hearts. Just a heads up, I'm sure everyone here is aware. But for your note, Harshita, this is one of our rare online meetings. We meet almost exclusively in person at Urban Vault 1515 in HSR layout. So we hope to see you next week. We've got two great meetings lined up for the last 2 Sundays of the year. Hope to see you there. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Harshita. And on that note, I think I would like to declare meeting number 12 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, bam, open. Now, let me introduce the Toastmaster of the day for meeting number 12. This man is a silent killer. This man is someone who is humble, perseverant, and is someone whose life story never ceases to inspire me. Whether it was someone who struggled with math and then became good at it, whether it's someone who now runs his own startup, this is one man who you can always rely on. Whether it comes to Toastmasters related items because he's our sergeant at arms, or whether it's even anything outside of his role of duties in Toastmasters, because in Bright Hearts he is one of those pillars. But today we're going to rely on him for trekking related information. Today's theme is all about going on a trek, and I cannot wait to see how Raffle takes us on a trek with this theme. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Toastmaster of the day for meeting number 12 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, Toastmaster Raffle Azam.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Am I audible? Just checking.
Yes.
Thank you, Akshay, for a great introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. I'm Rauful Azam, your Toastmaster for the day, and I'm thrilled to guide you on today's journey with our exciting theme. Let's go on a track. So let me ask you a question. Anyone knows the answer, you can type in the chat. I'll also fetch the same question in the chat. What is the highest trekking route in the world? Okay, I'll tell. So basically, it's Everest Base Camp. Yeah, Mount Everest Base Camp. Yes, which is in Nepal. It's the one of the highest trekking route. It reach almost the altitude of. I'm an avid tracker basically. So I'm an avid tracker who once got lost on a trail, but found my ways back on a map and stick and sheer willpower. And the thing is, tracking is not just about reaching the summit, right? It's about journey, the moment you shared, right? And of course, the snacks. Let me share one of my favorite part of tracking, the food basically. So what I do basically, we always pack our bags with essentials like boiled egg, chips, water, or maybe chocolates, a bar of chocolates. And there is something magical about, taking the break in between the we do the tracking, like sitting under the sets of it, or on a rock, right? Or sitting on a rock and munching on those snacks. When you finally reach at the top, right, then opening the boiled egg, cracking open the boiled egg, right, and sharing the chips with everyone and choking the breathtaking views. It feels like five-star dining experience. It's so refreshing and it's make you forget all the uphill struggles. And the thing is, trekking is a wonderful experience that combines adventures, camaraderie, and a simple joy like this. I hope today's meeting feels like one of those refreshing breaks where we learn. Uh, am I audible properly,
Yes,
or am I lagging?
we can hear you, but there's some lag.
Is it
Yeah.
lagging? My voice is lagging?
Yes, Raffle. I think it's lightly breaking a bit.
Oh,
Is it possible to cross-check once? Or what you can also do is
Yes, it's lagging.
you can hand it, or you
I
can.
can turn off my video from.
Sure. Okay.
Mhm. What you're saying, I can.
So I think
Maybe
one
for
thing
a
you
minute,
can,
I'll just turn off my video.
yeah, you can either switch to a more stable connection. If not, Raffle, you can maybe just uh, continue and just hand over to the GE. And while the GE is going over the tag rules, you can check if there's a better, more stable internet connection. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Please continue. Thank you.
okay. So trekking is more than, it's just an adventure. It's a metaphor for life. On track, every step teaches us something new. Patience as we climb, courage when the path gets tough, right? And the gratitude when we reach the summits. Doesn't that remind our Toastmaster journey? Think of like a first speech at that stiff uphill climb where every word, felt like a challenge. But with every meetings, you become an avid explorer of your own potential. So trekking towards the summit of it's like trekking towards the summit of eloquence. Toastmaster meeting is structured into three segments. The first segment is prepared speech, where members deliver pre-planned speeches, much like plotting a trail before the trek. Just as a just as a trekker studies the map, plan the routes, and prepare their gear. Our speaker also prepare their content, structure their ideas, and reaches to ensure a smooth journey. The second segment is table topics, where it's the impromptu speaking section and is where you face surprises, just like encountering an unexpected turn or an unexpected trail during your trek. Imagine you are hiking and suddenly spot a fork in a path, so you must decide quickly which way to go. It's much like an adventurous trek. And the third segment is evaluation. Feedback is like a map guiding us towards improvement on a track. You might check your compass or GPS to ensure you are on the right path, correcting courses if needed. Evaluation serves the same purpose, offering insights and constructive suggestions that helps speakers navigate their journey of self-improvement. Now, I would like to introduce our general evaluator for the day. So, today's general evaluator who will basically monitor the our meetings and ensure everything runs like a well pre-planned track. When I asked her if you were leading a group track, what's the one rule you'd enforce? Her reply, don't leave any mark and collect all garbage, even if others group has left those. With that, please put your hands together to welcome Archita Gupta.
Guys, I am audible. Great. Good afternoon, Bright Hearts Toastmaster and dear guest. Can I hear you back?
Good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
To know.
I'm Archita. I'm your
Good
general
afternoon.
evaluator for today's meeting. What an apt theme you guys have chosen with the holiday season. Going on trek is very close to my heart. I always look forward for going for trek. But coming back to the Toastmaster meeting structure.
Thanks, Archita. Good afternoon, fellow trackers. As we set out on today Toastmaster trek, I will be your timer, helping you to stay on track and complete our journey smoothly. Just like in a track, timing is very important. Whether it is reaching to the peak on time or resting when needed. Similarly, in our meeting, timing helps us to stay on the track and make the most out of our speaking opportunity. I will signal you by changing my background using green, yellow, and red color. Today, we are going to have three major sections. First is the prepared speeches, which should be of the length 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will change my background to green. At 6 minutes, I will change my background to yellow. At 7 minutes, I will change the background to red. Similarly, for table topic section, the speaker should limit themselves to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will change the background to green. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will change the background to yellow. At 2 minutes, I will change the background to red. Similarly, for individual evaluation, the length should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will change the background to green. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will change the background to yellow. And at 3 minutes, I will change the background to red. Today, we don't have any icebreaker speeches. And also, if the once the red background is being shown, you will have additional 30 minutes. After that 30 seconds, the red background will come as a flickering. Also, I will keep track of the time and report back when called upon by the general evaluator during the evaluation section. Let's enjoy this track together and make it a success. Thank you, and I now hand over to general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, for clarifying the whole role. Secondly, our counter, Ravishing Ruchi Jan. Just like in Trek, you have a communication device or phone. Here, so that every person understand what is the communication going on without any disturbance. Here, our counter will ensure your words come thorough through clearly and it is understandable. So please help me in welcoming our counter, Ruchi, with big round of applause.
Good evening, bright hearts and guests. Am I audible? And
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
okay. I am Ruchi and I will be maintaining the R counter log for today. I will be responsible for noting down the CRPF usage by each speaker who comes to speak today. Now, what is CRPF? C stands for crutch words. Crutch words are some of the overused or meaningless words like, basically, so that, but. Uh, R stands for repetitive words, so unnecessary repetitive words or sentences. P stands for long unintentional pauses. And F stands for filler words like So I will be responsible for noting down the usage of CRPF word. To successfully track the topic of public speaking, it is important that each speaker avoid using these CRPF word. So today I'll be your helper who will help you to avoid to note down your usage of CRPF so you become a better public speaker. I will come towards the by the general evaluator to present my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruchi. Thirdly, our grammarian, Sneha. Like on treks, it's not just about fun, but also improvement. Every trek you go on, you are improving your techniques, you improve your planning skills. Here, our grammarian will ensure we make some improvement in our public speaking and speeches. So, guys, please help me in welcoming our grammarian, Sneha, with big round of applause.
Uh, Dear Toastmasters and guests, so as we know that trekking is not just about reaching your destination, it is about enjoying your journey, embracing the challenges that come about in your way, and also discovering new perspectives. This is similar to what grammar does to a speech. So it helps in articulation and it makes the speaker's journey easier because the speaker is able to drive home his message that much easier, as well as the listener is able to understand what the speaker is trying to say. So, as the grammarian for the day, it is my responsibility to pay very close attention to to the language usage of all the speakers. I will be paying close attention to any improper language used, as well as the use of outstanding words, sayings, or proverbs. As a grammarian, it is also my responsibility to introduce to you the word of the day. The word of the day is avid. So it stands for taking a keen interest or enthusiasm in something. Or it could mean that you want something very much. Used in a sentence, you can say he takes an avid interest in video games, or you can say he was avid for success. I would encourage all the speakers coming up to use the word of the day and the audience. to acknowledge the use of word of the day with a thumbs up, or you can use the thumbs up emoji. I will be presenting my grammarian's report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. And I'll also present to you the report on the use of word of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Archita.
Thank you, Sneha. Now, last but not the least, Neville, our sketcher. Every trek has a people who are not designated with big tasks, but they ensure that amateur tracker are not left behind and they keep track on them, not without saying a word, but just going behind them. So here, Neville is going to do similar job in today's meeting. He is going to observe the whole meeting and putting his report at the end. So guys, please welcome Neville on the stage.
Just trying to confirm, am I audible and visible?
Yes, Neville.
Yes.
Thank you. So whenever you go on a trek, the first thing I love to do is take a lot of photos, be it sunsets or the mountains or the scenic beauties. And today as a sketcher, I will be capturing different moments from this meeting and creating beautiful images out of it. I'm not a good sketcher, but since we have a digital meeting, I'll try to use some digital tools and create some images where we can and when given called upon by the general evaluator, I'll share those images and let you guys guess the speaker. So that's the role of as well, the special role of the sketcher. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Neville. So guys, coming back on my role, I'm like a captain for your trekking journey. I'm going to check each and every point. Somewhere I'll take help from my team, somewhere I'll directly doing it. And at the end, after calling by TMOD, I will come back with my report along with my team. So now I'm giving stage back to our TMOD of the day.
Thank you, Archita, for explaining your role in very great ways. I'm audible right now, right? It's clear? Okay.
Yes.
So now let's move to the prepared speech section, the highlight of our track. Each speaker today has packed their backpack with inspiring content and is ready to lead us through their journey. Let me ask one more question. What is the best way to avoid getting tired during a trek? I'll post the question in chat as well.
Hydrate.
What is the best way to avoid getting tired during a trek?
Take a lot of breaks.
Don't take long break.
Carry less luggage.
Right. Yeah, very good answer. Or what you can do, always walk behind someone slower than you. And that way you can blame to someone else pace.
Don't
But
wear
yeah,
tennis
always,
shoes.
yeah, yeah, we can try all that. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so now it's time to call our first speaker. So before I call the first speaker, let me call her evaluator. So when I ask him if you were leading a track, what is the one rule you'd enforce? His reply, no cell phones, so that you can completely enjoy the beauty of the nature. That's what he replied. So with that, please put your hands together to welcome Sampreet Wari.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hope everyone are having a good day. I'm here to evaluate the speech of Pragati Ganapati as part of her project Speech with a Purpose. Before she begins her speech, she begins her trek with a purpose. I would like to wish her all the best for her speech. And I will be back with my evaluation once called by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Sampreet, for explaining your role. So speaking is like, it's like tracking. You need preparation, determination, right? And sometimes a good snacks to keep you going. So let me ask you all, what is the weirdest snack you have ever taken on a track? I'll post the question on chat. What is the weirdest snack you have taken on a track?
Coconut water.
Nice. Kakra, boiled egg, okay. Nice. Mine was a pack of instant noodles, which I realized that I could not cook at the top. Well, let's see what our first speaker has packed in their speech backpack today. So when I asked her if you were leading a group trek, what's the one rule you would enforce? Her reply, don't be alone. If you are lagging behind, still make sure you see at least one of your group member in front of you and try to catch them. With that, please put your hands together to welcome Pragati Ganpati. Pragati.
Yeah, thank you, Rahul. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. 1 minute, Pragati. So, Pragati, Brave Hearts of Bangalore, Brave Hearts of Bangalore, Pragati.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today, let's talk about the extreme sports that's not made it into the Olympics yet. Any guesses? It's not cricket or kabaddi. It's chess. Okay, yeah. So the real test of skill, patience, and survival instincts happens in the roads of Bangalore. It's crossing the roads. Lately, I happen to notice people crossing the roads while I'm driving, which brings me to talk about the brave hearts of Bangalore. Moses the Man. Has anyone seen 10 Commandments? If not, please do watch it. It's a great movie. But there's a scene in this movie where Moses just raises his arms and the Red Sea just parts, and there's a huge path made for the people to cross to the other side. Just the same way, this guy on the road, he is so confident and he knows that he has the power to just raise his arms like this, and the sea of cars just pause and they make way for him to cross the road, right? I mean, is this guy for real? I'm just looking there, thinking, whether should I stop the car or give this guy a high five? The next comes the phone addicts. Now, these guys are constantly looking at their phones, so avidly and so passionate about fighting with their spouses, or looking through their reels, finishing probably a Kantara movie right in the middle of the road. And when you give them a honk, they give you a stare like Bruce Lee would give when he's about to give you a sucker punch, something like this. Like, I'm just going, seriously, should I be scared to have stopped this, honked at this guy for saving his life, right? The next one comes the over planners. Well, these guys, you can see them at the junctions. They're busy calculating every detail of their next move, like planning their next bank heist. Oh, let the red car go first. And then the scooter. No, wait. That scooter is too fast. So the bus, after the bus, yeah. And the cow also. Yeah. By the time this guy finishes planning and thinking, the signal has changed and there is a mini traffic jam. The next comes the neckies. I call them neckies because when they're crossing, they look to the right and left, right and left. How many ever cars pass by, or if there are no cars passing by as well. The moment they step onto the road, they are doing these neck exercises. And by the time they cross, they thank their stars and wish that they had saved them. Well, sometimes I think while teaching yoga, should I help them do these neck exercises? Because everybody seems to be fine with their necks. They've got their exercise already for the day. The acting cool but internally panicking people. Now, these guys are fun to watch, you know. Why? Because they come casually with their headphones on, very calm and cool, you know, trying to cross their road until a loud honk is blown at them. As soon as that happens, they're skipping and jumping like they've seen snakes on the road, and out goes their swag out of the window. But at least they made it, you know, kudos to them. So, my friends, here's the thing. No matter what kind of road crosser you are, crossing the road in Bangalore is not just an activity. It is an art form. It's a blend of strategy, bravery, and definitely a bit of luck. So, next time when you see yourself standing at the junction, remember this. Life is like crossing a Bangalore road. Sometimes you have to wait, sometimes you have to run. But no matter what, always keep moving forward. Thank you and safe crossings.
Thank you, Pragati. That was like reaching a beautiful viewpoint on a track. Now let me call upon our second speaker, but before that, let me call the second evaluator. When I asked him same question, his reply was get a nice pair of shoes, vital for track, and carry first aid. With that, please put your hands together to welcome Srinath.
A quick mic check. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, bright arts and guests. Today, my target speaker, Prab Simran, is going to trek her level 1 project 4 in the virtual podium in the project researching and presenting. So the purpose of this project is member to research about a topic and give an organized speech in front of the audience on any topic. With that, all the best to my target speaker, Prab Simran Kaur. Back to Timon.
Thank you, Srinath. Now, let me ask you a question. If you could only carry one item on a trek, food, water, or a phone, what would you choose? I'll post the question in chat. Nice. Phone. Okay. Water. Zomato. Nice. For me, it's water. I'll choose the water because if you can't, at the top, you cannot even call as well if you need water. There won't be any signal, so phone will not work there. That's something. Okay, so now let me call our second speaker for the day. When I asked her same question, her reply was that no one tries to go ahead or is left back, and we all stay together because it is important to work as a group for moral support. With that, please put your hands together to welcome Prab Simran.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes, yes. Prab. So, Prab Simran, a guide to effective first aid, a guide to effective first aid, Prab Simran.
Greetings, Toastmasters and guests. With a raise of hand, who here knows how to do basic first aid? Let's say applying a band-aid. Okay, now let me ask you this question. How many of you know how to apply mental first aid? Exactly. Very few in number. And this really amazes me how we treat our physical injuries and our emotional injuries so separately. When in reality, we sustain emotional injuries like failure, rejection, loneliness, way more than we sustain our physical injuries. You often find people saying that I'm not feeling well, I'm slightly depressed, and people say, shake it off, it's all in your head. Just imagine saying this to a person with a broken leg. Walk it off, it's all in your leg. It's funny how there is a gap in the way we treat our physical and emotional injuries. And today, I believe we should identify them and know how to heal our emotional ones. I'll state 3 types of injuries that we normally face in our day-to-day life and how we can fight them. The first one is something that I encountered back in college. It was when I was in my final year and all my other friends had graduated. It was a very rough time for me. Back then, even I and my boyfriend, we were not having a lot of conversations and calls, and I was feeling really, really alone. And one day, when he finally gave me a call, I asked him, why did you ghost me? Why were you not talking to me? I needed you. And he asked me, if you really needed my help, why did you not pick up the phone and give me a call? Right. Why did I not call him? I did not know the answer back then, but today I do. Back then, I was surrounded by a lot of people, but I could not emotionally connect to them. And I was simply lonely. Loneliness makes you believe that the people around you do not care about you as much as they really do. You hesitate in contacting them. Because why risk rejection when ultimately you're already hurting? Loneliness creeps in your life when you don't even know what's happening around you. And it is pretty scary. The health hazards of loneliness is the same as smoking a pack of cigarettes. And at least on the cigarette pack, we have a label that says it's injurious to your health. At this time, it is really important that you reach out to the ones that you love. And these negative thoughts, you need to break out of this cycle. The second type of injury is something that I noticed once when I was babysitting some of my cousins. There were 3 of my cousins, and I gave them a toy. The toy that we used to have, where there was a pole and we used to have the hoops inside it. The first cousin started playing with it. She could not land a single one, and she just started crying there. The second cousin, on the other hand, looked at her and without even trying, just tossed it away. While my third cousin kept playing, kept going on for 10, 12 minutes, and finally she landed a few. She was really happy. What really happened with the first 2 kids? It was simply the fear of failure that all of us face. When you think you might fail, your mind convinces you that you're not capable of doing that. And you believe it. And that is when you feel really helpless. And this in turn stops you from trying at all, like my second cousin, or giving up too soon, like my first cousin. And eventually you believe that you cannot succeed. Most people actually function way under their real potential because one failure someday had convinced them that they're not capable of succeeding. But you must remember that you have to fight this helplessness. You need to believe in yourself. One failure would not set you back in your entire journey, and you need to keep moving on. The third type of injury is something that I recently noticed with one of my friends. She had got out of a really ugly breakup after a 1 year long relationship. She finally mustered the courage to go on to a date. She got all well dressed and very confidently went there. But 30 minutes into the date, the guy said, "This is not going to work out." He stood up and simply left. She was heartbroken. She froze in her seat, not knowing what to do. She immediately called her friend and told her the entire story. But what happened next will surprise you. Her friend said, "Obviously, this was going to happen. You're not even pretty. You have a lot of emotional drama. You're high maintenance. That is the exact reason why that guy broke up with you earlier." But here's the twist. It was not her friend that said these words, but her inner voice that was telling her that you're not good enough. After that rejection, her self-esteem fell to the lowest, and she was seeing all her flaws. This happens to us as well. When we need ourselves the most, when we need to boost our self-esteem the most, we join the fight club and beat it into a pulp till there is no esteem left. But in reality, I think it is really important to realize that we are way more than just our flaws. And obviously, the negative cycle. Did you notice all these three injuries have these negative thoughts and cycles going on? That is the most difficult and important thing to break. And it might seem very difficult, but in reality, all you need is just a 2 or 3 minutes distraction to just stop thinking about all the negative things and appreciating yourself. And when you do that, and when you take these actions to make sure that you reach out to someone when you're lonely, to fight your fears, or to keep your self-esteem up when you're rejected, that is when you'll not only heal yourself, but you will also be able to get an emotional resilience. Just a century back, our ancestors decided to have a good physical hygiene, and the life expectancy increased by almost 50%. Just imagine the quality of life we'll have if we start practicing emotional hygiene. Thank you.
Thank you, Prav, for wonderful information and insights. Let me ask the next question. Which Indian state is home to the famous tracking route, the value of flowers? Let me paste this question. Okay, the chat is disabled. Okay, so which Indian state is the home to the famous tracking route, the value of flower?
Uttarakhand.
Yeah, correct. Yes, it's Uttarakhand. Yeah, so thank you to our all speakers. Now it's turns to cast your vote. Please take your mobile phone out and just enter the URL and cast your vote. It is there in the group as well. I'll reiterate the URL. Yes, it's there in chat as well. bit.ly bst and vote 1.
Everyone, please cast your votes. We've got 17 people on the line. So let's try to get at least 15 votes. It's bit.ly/BHTM vote 1. We are at 13 votes. Can we get at least 2 more votes, please? We have 17 people on the line. Okay, it looks like we are still at 13 votes. So requesting those who have not voted to please put in your vote. It really helps in providing more detailed feedback to our speakers, and it also helps in judging the right winners. So please do vote, and Rafael, you can carry on and continue to introduce the table topic section.
Yeah. So let's step out of our comfort zone and get into the beauty of nature. Trekking is not just a physical activity, right? It's a journey of your mind and soul. It teaches us to slow down, appreciate small joy, and discover the strength we never knew we had. Each trail is going to tell you a story, right? A story of resilience, determination, whether it's the thrill of reaching to the summit or the laughter we shared over the snacks or unexpected challenges along the way. Trekking leaves you with the memories that last a lifetime, right? So I encourage all of you to gather your friends, lace up with your boots, and embrace on your own trekking adventure. Remember, the best view come after the hardest climb, and sometimes the journey itself is the greatest reward. Nature is calling, so will you answer? Yes. So let's go on a trek and write the next chapter of your adventure. So now it's time for table topic, leading us through this unexciting impromptu speaking section is our table topic master. So when I ask her if you are leading a group track, what's the one rule you'd enforce? Her reply, no one left behind. With that, please put your hands together to welcome Arna Gupta.
Good evening, bright hearts, guests, and Toastmasters. Today, I will be your guide through this journey of table topics. It may be scary, it may be daunting, but for avid trekkers like myself and many of you, I think we will make the best of it.
So first of all, can we start with a bright heart or a Toastmaster to set the stage for a table topic? Deepak. We'll start with Deepak and then we'll move on. Deepak, your topic is, it is not where you go or how you go, but who you go with. Deepak, your topic is, it's not where you go or how you go, but who you go with. The stage is yours.
Yeah, I thank you very much for the opportunity to talk, Anna. You are right. Sometimes it's not where you go and how you go. It is company which you take. I would basically relate with compare with your life. Basically, the life partner that we take determines all the experiences, good, bad, and everything that happens. We might be the best in our behaviors. We could be fighting with each other. We could be next day will be our best friend. So I think one way we can understand is that this is the one example wherein it matters the most who is your company. Maybe another one will be our best friends, our buddies, great buddies in the growing days. So whoever is my best friend will determine my journey, my trekking, my how I do feel. So I have seen kids be very disturbed if they are not getting the the right feelings or right behavior from their best friend. If their best friend moves out, they get very depressed and all that. So there also the company matters rather than the where you are going and how are you going. So thank you very much.
Can we have a round of applause for Deepak? And thank you. I loved your table topic. I think the reason I loved it so much is you started with agreeing with me. And secondly, I think you really enumerated how it makes not only a difference to just your general level of enjoyment, but how the trail actually feels with who you go with. Okay. For our next volunteer, can we have our guest Harshita speaking up? If you're okay with it, Harshita?
Sure, I'll try.
Yeah, okay. So, what is a time that you felt on top of the world? Harshita, your topic is, what is a time that you felt on top of the world? Yes, the stage is yours.
Thanks, Arna. Strangely, the only time I felt on top of the world is when I felt at my absolute rock bottom and I still haven't given up. I haven't surrendered to feeling pathetic or self-deprecating or just miserable. I have acknowledged that I am at my absolute rock bottom, but I still feel I am self-reliant and I can push through. And there's a relief that being at the bottom means that the only way I can go is up. And I truly, truly believe that I've seen it happen in my life. So that resilience which comes from seeing the absolute worst, but then still not feeling like you want to just get comfortable there. You don't want to lay back and just let it soak in. You want to acknowledge that you are there. It is your circumstance, but you will fight through it. So just feeling that is enough to keep me going, to keep pushing. And yeah, that keeps me going.
Thank you, Harshita. What a beautiful attempt. I think I agree with you completely. Rock bottom is a place where you can only go up from. And I think it's a very encouraging message to hear from you how you made it through your rock bottom so that we can make it through ours. Okay. Can we have another volunteer, please?
Anna, I'd like to go.
Sure. So your topic, Usha, is sometimes getting lost is the best thing. Your topic is sometimes getting lost is the best thing. The stage is yours, Usha.
Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters and my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So, the topic is sometimes getting lost is the best. I I sometimes agree to this, and I believe sometimes wrong path lead you to the right destination. You might think that you're choosing the wrong path, but at times the best path that you think is right for you is actually not meant for you. I have seen this in few of the examples of my life. For example, when I was doing my graduation, all I wanted to do in my graduation was take physics, maths, and chemistry. But just circumstances happened, and I could not get my seat in BSc Max. I wanted to do my BSc honors in Max, but then some circumstances appeared in life, and I just could not go for it. And I ended up doing I ended up doing computer science. So today I'm having a flourishing career. At that point of time, I was thinking that computer is not meant for me, but today I feel that it is the best thing that happened to me. So it's not about choosing the right path or the wrong path. Whatever you make out of that path matters. And sometimes you also think that it's not meant for you, but and actually that is what is meant for you. And yeah, that's about it. I would like to say thank you. Thanks for giving me this time to speak.
Thank you, Usha. I loved how not only did you tell us how you felt, but also gave us an example from your personal life, which we could see in your words that it was something that you spoke about from the heart. Okay, who is up next? Lovely. Tripti. Tell us about, sorry. So Tripti will go next. Tell us about a time you applied a skill that you learned through trekking. Tripti, your topic is tell us about a skill that you learned through trekking that you applied. The stage is yours.
Quick audio check. Am I audible? Okay. How many of us here think that trekking is fun? Show of hands. Okay, I thought that too. Back in 2019, it was a group of four, and four of us in December decided to go on our very first trek. And we were super excited. And it was the evening of Christmas when we left. The one thing that I thought I could have done better was packing. My backpack was like a mini mart. I thought, okay, let me pack everything. We might need snacks, we might need water, we might need also pillow, because why not? Mountains, you need some leisure in the mountains while you're trekking, or maybe a campsite, right? And we reached the trekking point midway through the trek. Okay, let me go back. When we started, we figured that okay, there's no way this entire backpack can go up there on the top. and we had to let go of 90% of our luggage. And yeah, almost everything that I got from home was resting in another room, which I was paying for the entire next 3 days of the trip. So my learning was that when you're going for trekking, just get your body, which is athletic, and make sure you are working out in the previous days of the trek, so that if not your backpack, at least you're able to carry yourself up there on the top. So yeah, when it comes to learning, packing light is something that I learned. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tripti. I think that is a lesson to learn for a lot of us, especially ones who over prepare, that sometimes all you need is yourself, such that you can actually make it up to the mountain and don't have to leave behind a lot of stuff. I only have that in the case of food. So there have been instances where we've had to leave delicious food behind, specifically once at an airport because they didn't allow us the wait. It was very, very sad. Okay, next up we have Mani. Mani, are you ready to go?
Can you hear me? Am I loud enough
Yes.
to?
So Mani, you are tasked with telling us a spooky camp story. Mani, you're tasked with telling us a spooky camp story. The stage is yours.
Good evening, bright hearts, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Are you all ready to go to the adventurous ride towards Skandagiri, which is almost 200 kilometers away from Bangalore? Today, we are going to do the trekking not like in the morning, but in the early morning around 2 a.m., where no lights are on, and you are going to follow just the torchlight which is on your head. Be careful that you are starting together with 10 people who are on this camera today. But make the other devil's hand. There.
Mani, you're not audible and breaking, and he is frozen right about now. I think we might have lost him in the 2 a.m. trek.
We can move on to another speaker.
Yeah. If somebody could like message and inform Mani that we're moving on, and he'll get his chance if the connection allows so. Okay, can we have our next volunteer, or as I say, tribute? Okay, so we have our next tribute. Okay, your topic is, there is no such thing as bad weather, but only bad planning. There's no such thing as bad weather, but only bad planning. Srinath, the stage is yours.
Imagine this is Sunday morning. Saturday night, you have planned like Saturday night, you guys have decided to go trek to Skandagiri with money. But the planning is everything you guys have said. You guys had planned everything to where to go, how to go, everything. But you guys had some silly reasons that money will say it's spooky, we can't go. Then Tripti will come up and say, no, we can't go. The shoes is not nice, and like that the weather is so bad. But let's say imagine this, the weather is not bad, just your mind needs to be your mind needs to be thoughtful that even in the rain you can trek, enjoying those drizzling weather, having some nice, if with raffle since he is an experienced trekker, he can buy some. He is getting some food. There we can have some coffee along with his food. Then someone will come up with samosa and jam. Even though it's like people can't enjoy, if you can plan the if you can plan everything nice, the samosa and jam also tastes better at any cost. So it's all about the planning. It's not about the reasons that it's drizzling. We don't have the nice shoes. We don't like samosa and jam, and we it will be spooky in the Skandagiri hills. It's all about how you plan your trek, and that's it. Plan your trek. Go to Skandagiri hills. Don't call money. He'll be giving a reason that it will be spooky. Over to you, Arna.
Thank you so much. Here we have a big round of applause. Not only have you managed to incorporate the topic very well, telling us that it's not only the weather, but your frame of mind and how you plan that can get you through and create these moments with avid trekkers, but also have gave us a stern warning against going with money because he will scare us with spooky stuff. Okay, let us have our next speaker. Okay, Sampreet, your topic is tell us about an unforgettable trek. Tell us about an unforgettable trek. Sampreet, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Arna. Unforgettable trek is the trek which I did not do because, like we went on a trek for Shiva Savan Durga. We basically like 20 people. We booked a mini caravan and went there, and we thought we will have such a good time. But once we reached there, we got to know that we have to pre-book the slot for trekking. We did not do enough research. We just thought we just Googled and we thought, oh, this has like good sceneries, and we went 20 people. Not one of the 20 people have researched enough that we have to pre-book a slot to go on the trek. So once we reached there and got to know this, all were very disappointed. And then we went to the nearby, whatever is available. We went to some nearby trek. It's not as good as that, but we got to learn a good lesson that we have to have a proper planning before going into a trek. Yeah, that is the most unforgettable trek that I had. Thank you.
Thank you, Sampreet. I think this serves as a lesson to all of us to book slots for treks, which I didn't even know was a thing. I never thought you had to like. That's usually like a leisure thing. You usually have to book tables at restaurants. But yes, I think one of most unforgettable trips are usually results of mistakes and oversights. But that's what makes them memorable. Okay, let us have a next speaker.
We can go with Sneha.
Yeah. Let's go, Sneha. Sneha, who is that one person that you would take on a trek with you? Sneha, for you, who's that one person who you would take on a trek with you? The stage is yours.
I think like I would take on a trek with me one of my friend, Sania. She's my childhood friend. So Sania has this uncanny ability to always have my back in all cases. And I think in something as unpredictable as a trek, like you set out, but you never really know, right? Like how it's gonna go, whether it's gonna serve as like a happy memory or like something that could have gone much better. So, in such cases, she always has this foresight and like, I think a sixth sense about her. So one good thing about Sania is like she is like what do you call a dictionary definition of an introvert. So she doesn't really talk much, but she like how some introverts tend to be. She would like talk a lot to like a best friend and all. So then I would have her all to myself. So even if we meet other people, I think she would focus on me and like keep me entertained. And she's also very generous. So she's somebody who I can imagine if we go on a trek, she would come ready with like, you know, all the refreshments and everything. So I wouldn't worry if I forget something. So and then I think it would be like a successful trek because we would make the most of it, being like the chatty friends that we are. So yeah, Sania is my pick. Thanks, Arna.
Can we have a round of applause? And yes, I think you always have that one friend who will always carry everything for you. I've had those friends in school and they have carried me through multiple group projects and sent me homeworks hours before it was due. And they are indispensable. And the reason I'm in college now. And I would love to meet your friend someday. Thank you so much. Who's our next speaker? We have time for one more.
We could go with Neville.
So Neville, are you ready?
Yep.
Neville, why don't you tell us about your last adventure? Neville, why don't you tell us about your last adventure? The stage is yours.
February 2020, just before COVID hit, I went on my last adventure. We picked a Zoom car in the middle of the night and we checked the weather. It said 40% precipitation. And we are driving towards Shimla. And as we ascend up the hill, our car tires start slipping. We just realized that it's 4 a.m. and it had snowed last night. The snow had covered the whole entire roads. And to top up this challenge, we were out of petrol. So we took a stop in the middle of the road looking for a petrol pump and nowhere in between the mountains. After juggling and struggling for around 2 hours, we finally found one petrol pump and we made it to our next stop. The sun had already risen up and we started moving to our destination, which was a small village, Jibbi, in the Tirthan Valley of Himachal. There, as we again ascended up, we realized that 40% precipitation meant it can snow as well. And as we ascended up, we realized the roads were covered with this thick layer of snow and we couldn't drive up anymore. There was a truck which was coming down and putting salt and it was jamming the road. Once it cleared the road, we reached our top point. The next and the final adventure of this trip was me driving downhill for 2 kilometers, trying to hit the brake and avoiding people who are coming up by honking and making sure I don't hit them or neither do I hit the railing on the side. So I think that was the last adventure, I would say, of my early 20s, and I would never do that again. So, what do you? Fine.
Thank you, Neville. And what a wonderful end to our table topic session. I would like to personally thank every single one of you who decided to speak up. This takes courage and also shares a lot of yourself with us, which I, for one, really appreciate. Thank you. I'll be handing over the session to our general evaluator.
Hi, everyone. What an interesting session. Thank you, Arna. So now I would like to call on stage our evaluator one, Sampreet Wari, to evaluate Pragati's speech. Am I audible?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm back with my evaluation. First of all, I want to convey my congratulations to my target speaker Pragati for completing her project speech with a purpose. Um, I want to first tell the highlights of her speech. I really liked how she started the speech with a bright smile. It really set the speech with a positive tone. And she asked a very interesting question that kept the audience guessing. She asked a question, what is the extreme sports? That kept all the audience guessing. Like I was thinking like maybe it is boxing, MMA, and then she gave an unexpected answer saying that it is crossing the road in Bangalore. So I really liked the beginning, how she started the speech that kept all the audience hooked up to her speech. Um, and I really liked all the analogies that she gave of the different people we encounter when we cross the that we encounter in the roads. Um, examples like Moses, the people who calculate more, phone edits, Lucky, everything. All these examples people could relate, which make her speech more relatable. And the humor she tried also worked, I believe. The way she acted, like the phone addict, like when how the phone addict behaves, like just like giving a sucker punch to a person, the same way he behaves. So the way she acted also, which she tried humor, that also worked well, I believe. Um, and yeah, coming to the feedback, what I think is, I like how she related crossing the road with the life, that purpose what she wants to convey. But what I believe is, maybe she could spend more time on that, explaining how it is related to life. Like she could give couple of examples, um, for, on how it is relating to the life. Maybe she could give an example like how we encounter people who overthink in our life, if we encounter them. um, and once and I think maybe she could look at the camera of the webcam just for 1 second, so that it will feel like she's giving eye contact to the speakers. um, and I think maybe she acted like a different person, like phone edits. She acted well, but I believe maybe she could use little vocal variety. She could give some voice modulation so that it will enhance her speech. Yeah, to sum it up, I think she started her speech with a great note, and her analogies were great. Humor worked. And coming to feedback, she could give some more time on how uh, the analogies are related to the life, and work on vocal variety, and maybe just once in a while look at the webcam of the camera to keep the audience engaged. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sampreet. Now I'll call up Srinath, Evaluator 2, on stage to evaluate Prabsimran's speech. Over to you, Srinath.
Quick mic check. I'm audible. Yes. So, good evening, fellow Bright Arts, and special good evening to my target speaker, Prabsimran. Prabsimran, you took us through a story that people are really facing. People are really like into that thing that people are not giving more importance to the physical pain, not to the emotional pain. You really took us through the journey, and you explained how you have faced and how you encountered those situations. Coming to the speech, you opened with an hook to the audience. How do you do the first aid, the physical first aid? And then audience were really hooked there. Like audience were very interesting. And then again, you hooked up the audience with another one, how to apply the mental first aid. And then you started your speech. Coming to the highlights of your speech, first you took us through three stories: your college story, and then to the your revisiting your cousin's story, and then the self-esteem that you have observed in your friends. which I was able to visualize. Like, yeah, I was in that story and I was able to visualize it, and I was able to see, yeah, these things are happening out there. And coming to the second highlight, you used a lot of anecdotes and then the personal stories. Those are the really highlights. Let's say you explained about the loneliness, and people are able to see, yeah, this is how we felt once upon a time. This is the situation where I am, and the fear of failure and then the rejection. People we are going through every day. We have that fear of rejection, fear of failure, which we are stopping ourselves. And then coming to another highlight, which is your ending. Your ending was like break those negative cycles and practice an emotional resilience. And in the end, you told us, like, you told the ancient method about how to sustain our life longer. And then you ended with a hook and question to the audience: what if we follow our emotional hygiene? And then coming to the area of improvements, I would like to suggest, from my point of view, I think the time management, you could have done it better. I think you might have exceeded more than 7 minutes. Keeping it shorter, it could have more help. It could have helped more in the beginning, in the middle, in the while they after the introduction. I think you could have trimmed some of your content, and directly diving into the stories could have helped. And then the ending was so nice, but you could have rephrased your ending like loneliness can cause fear of failure and leads to fear of failure and leads to low self-esteem. It could have been more help, and then in the end you could have hooked up the audience with the question. It could have been more engaging to the audience, and then you could have managed your time well. It could have been more impactful to the audience. And then coming to the another improvement, you could have explained, so these are the things I have seen, these are the topics that I have researched, and this is what I have observed, this is what I implemented, these are the results. So I would have I was expecting what are the results. Yeah, if Prep Simran have done faced these things, and if she could have implemented, what are the results. So these are the improvements that I would suggest. By incorporating these improvements, it would take your speech to next level. That's it. Back to GE.
Thank you, Srinath, for detailed evaluation. Now I will like to call my tag team on stage. Timer, I'll start with timer Abhishek.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so today 21 people have participated, out of which 18 people have had qualified in terms of time. Now I will be calling the individual time count. We will start with speakers. For Pragati Gupta, it is 6 minutes and 7 seconds. For sorry, for Subran Kaur, it is 7 minutes and 29 seconds. Now I will be presenting report for the evaluators. For Sampreet, it is 3 minutes and 44 seconds. For Srinath, it is 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Now moving to the table topics speakers. Uh, for Deepak Kumar, 1 minute 56 seconds. For Harshita, it's 1 minute and 14 seconds. For Usha, it is 1 minute 49 seconds. For Tripti, it is 2 minutes and 13 seconds. For Mani, it's 1 minute and 30 seconds. For Srinath, it's 1 minute and 47 seconds. For Sampreet, it is 1 minute and 19 seconds. For Sneha, it is 1 minute and 40 seconds. And for Neville, it is 2 minutes and exactly 2 minutes. Here, I have presented my report, and now I hand over it to the GE.
Thank you, Abhishek. I would like to call for the report, for our counter report, Ruchi Jan on stage.
Good evening, everyone. I'm back with my report. Starting with essay Usha Kumari. My apologies, because I forgot that I was a counter at the beginning of the meeting and I didn't take a report. I started with President Akshay. You were flawless as usual, annoyingly. TMOD, Raffle. Raffle, I noticed that you
Ruchi, your voice is breaking.
basically sometimes to connect your thoughts and sentences. I have a challenge for you to avoid it. Speaker number 1, Pragati Ganpati. You used four times in your speech. So again, there's a challenge to avoid the repetitive.
Maybe we can move on with the next tag.
Yeah, so I would like to call Sneha for her grammarian report.
Yeah. Thanks, Archita. So good evening, Toastmasters. So I think this was an interesting meeting. It was like one of those really good treks, don't you think? In terms of the grammar, I think it had its fair amount of peaks and troughs, and we uncovered a lot of learnings and new perspectives along the way. So I will start with some not so good usages. So I heard somebody saying, I'm having a flourishing career. Instead, they can say, I have a flourishing career. In the early morning can be early in the morning. Saturday, you have decided to go for trek. 1 second. Okay, sorry. You guys have planned a trek. Can be you have planned the trek. Drizzling weather can be it was drizzling. Not one of the 20 people researched enough can be none of the 20 people had researched enough. Ascended up can be climbed up. Kept the audience hooked up can be kept the audience hooked. Now, this entire session had some really good usages. I think some really good speakers took the stage. So from the speakers, Pragati, she gave us really good gems like finishing a Kantara movie on the road. Bruce Lee would give a sucker punch, planning the next bank heist. I think she even coined a new word called neckies. And acting cool but internally panicking. Prabhsimran Kaur, her title itself, A Guide to Effective First Act. Treat mental first aid. Why risk rejection when you're already hurting? Fear failure. Fear failure and your mind convinces that you can't. And emotional resilience. These were some really good usages. Raffle said, trekking gives you memories that last a lifetime. Best views are achieved after the hardest climb. Nature is calling. Will you answer? Deepak said, your life partner determines all good and bad experiences. Harshita said, miserable. And she said, self-aligned. Usha said, it's not about choosing the path. What you make of the path is what matters. That path is meant for you. Tripti said, backpack was like a mini mart. Sampreet said, the best trek was the one that I never got to go to. Neville said, drive downhill, avoiding railings and people. Sampreet said, the humor she tried worked well. Also, he used the word analogies, which was really nice. Srinath said, use the word visualization. The word of the day was used by Rauful 2 times, Pragati 1 time, and Arna 2 times. So that was the grammarian's report. Thank you. Over to you, Archita.
Thank you so much, Sneha. Now I would like to call our sketcher, Neville, on the stage.
Mm, mm. Okay. If you guys know the answer, please raise your hands and we can unmute and one person can answer. I think Usha went first. Usha.
Loneliness.
Yeah. And the speaker?
Prabsibna.
Nice. Nice. This is slightly different. I just like this meme from a place. Right. This was a question asked during the address. Akshay.
Ooh, I have to say that my answer is very interesting. It is Tripti.
No. Yeah, I just put this meme for like this guy ordered pizza while he was on a trek at the top of the mountain, and the Zomato guy delivered it after 2 hours. So I just found it funny and like what Rafael had asked whether what can you take with you, water, food, or phone.
Yeah.
This one, Ruchi, is this for this Pragati? Yeah.
I knew the last part
What
answer I raised for that.
is okay? Pragati, there you go.
This was Usha Kumari's table topic,
Right.
choosing computer science or physics, chemistry, bio. Yeah.
Right.
Would you like?
But you want to go for this one or get ready for
Yeah,
the last?
this is, I know this one as well. This is for Tripti's trip when she carried a huge backpack.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Akshay? Okay. Sneha?
Is it Deepak?
Yes.
Yeah,
Deepak.
said the family is important.
Yeah. Yes, I like this movie from the Up. It's a Disney movie. Why don't you go for this one? Ruchi, the first person.
This is by Pragati, her
Yes.
speech on pedestrians and their
Classic.
behavior.
Yeah, I think I wanted to put the Moses with his hands up, what she wanted to refer to in her speech. Okay, guys. I think last two. Or this one? Sneha? Oh, okay.
Sorry, it was raised from the. I don't know.
Ruchi? You raised your hand.
Is it by Money, Spooky Camp Incident?
No, I think I wanted to when guest Harshita introduced herself, she was talking about talking like wanted to be more confident and not feel like we are talking to aliens.
Ah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful notice.
It's cute.
Right. Oh, this one. Sampreet, I have an answer.
It's Roful.
Yes. And having a snack at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And the last one. Pragati? Yeah.
Is this Prabhsimran fighting our demons or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inner demons. Yes. Yeah, that's all, folks. Yeah.
Thank you, Neville. How much time do I have for general evaluation?
Hey, Achita, you have roughly 9 minutes.
Oh, okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
So I would like to go first quickly with the table topic speakers. Table topic speaker number 1, Deepak. Deepak, I would recommend you take a pause and structure your story. You have started really right about your opinion, and you started relating it with your life partner, but then you switched to your best friend. I would recommend table topic. We have limited time, so you can just have one story. You can give example and conclude it. Otherwise, you have started really nice with opinion, with life partner example. Guest Harshita. Harshita, it takes a lot of courage to come to the stage and speak up. Really commendable. You have followed a Oreo method where you have given example how in your rock bottom time also how you were coming up. So good take on your table topic. Keep it up. We would like to see more on you on stage. Usha, your topic was something getting lost in the city. You have good personal story. You have given example how even you got computers, whereas you wanted BSc in maths, but how it is helping you flourishing your career. So good thing. I would like you to add one takeaway conclusion for the audience because the topic was like that. It is very relatable. So you could have said, don't worry, guys. Maybe life will take you sometime in life, you get lost. But most of the time, when you are joining dot backwards, you will see that is the best part of your life. So maybe you can try something like that. Tripti, you started with great audience engagement. It was hooked up. But I think if you improvement point for you, if you would have taken pause initially, because you started your story, then you said, okay, I'll be coming, I'll reiterate that. So if you take pause, you structure well in your thought process, you can have, flawless story. So maybe next time you can try, take a pause, structure your story, and then you start. And you have given good conclusion. Packing lean is the one which we should carry. Money, we lost you in between, so I do not have any input for you. Just when online meeting is there, have some parallel network ready so that if such cases are there, you can switch over the network. Srinath, very well done. You have connected story with money. But you are a seasoned Toastmaster. I would like to see some expressions when you are talking of spooky story about, you bring out some expression. Okay, that Iskandgiri, like where is the spooky story was there? So that if you add it, it will be great. Sanpreet, unforgettable trek. You could have you have done interesting way, like 20 guys were ready and they were going for a great storyline. Just one small improvement I would recommend. When you were you can just picturize the whole moment, like all the guys have tied their trek boots, they wore the jacket, and we just reached to gate, and then we found, okay, who has done booking? You. Then we found nobody has done booking, right? So that would add, like more spices in the story. Sneha, so I think, yeah. So Sneha, you have put great structure. You have said you want to keep your friend, you have said who you want to take it, why you want to take it, and what benefit you are going to get it. Just one small improvement, you kept your hand on cheek, which stop you for your hand movement. So I would recommend all of you actually, even if it's online meeting, stand up and just present yourself. So it does not matter, it is like physical meeting or is online meeting, try to replicate as much as possible. So that would be good learning. Neville, last adventure you talked about, very relatable story. I could relate so much because I have been to GB. But one small improvement for you, though it is a big bang when you stuck at mountain road while climbing, because you start skidding, but on your face it was a lot of smile was there. So if you can just bring emotion, oh, we was going up and suddenly we were slipping it down, what to do, we were like asking each other. So that will bring a lot of emotion. But well done guys, I enjoyed so much. I would like to clap for all of you. Now going to speakers. Pragati was speaker one. Interesting topic, very relatable. Most of the points have been covered by Sampreet. I would again the same thing, if you would stand up, because it was like more of on road story. So if you stand up and you can bring a lot of emotion, because on road rages people will show finger, people will show anxiety, and also if you can bring those emotion, you can bring a lot of value in your speech. But very well structured, you have put point number, you have covered a lot of things which all of us can relate. Well done. Prab Simran, great structure. You started with question. Best example, I like how you have related mental and physical health. When a foot is broken, you will not say to someone, right? Go ahead, it'll be fine. So well done. You stood up. At one point of time, I could see you can showcase more, where you were talking about taking care of your 3 cousins. So first cousin, she was not playing with that, putting the tantrum. Now second one, then second was trying, and then she was also not happy. Third cousin, which she was able to actually, yay, I have done it. So if you just add that, it would be great. And even conclusion wise, I felt it was great. Now coming back to evaluator, Sampreet. Sampreet, you have given certain example, but I would like to add a little bit more detailing. So you just put the keywords while giving examples. So if I remember correctly, you said mental health, mental and physical, you have given example with just one word. I think if you just rephrase the sentence, it would add more value. Vocal variety example can be given. You have given for good conclusion. Good conclusion also, if you can give some example, that would be nice. And you were highlighting point wise, that was fine. Ending, I think after conclusion there was no, sorry, I'm missing out. Sampreet was good. This is for Srinath. Srinath, you have attempted good. Your structure was really nice. You have given highlighted points, then you have given improvement points, you have given conclusion, but again after completing the conclusion, again you started talking about the improvement point. You could have left because you have decently covered the topics. So next time, and I think you are overshooted the time also, so next time you can try it out that. Now coming back to our role takers. I think for timer, it is important to give the timing, speech timing also. That would be value add. About the Ruchi's thing about our R counter, internet was not proper, so report she could not present. Maybe next time she can put it that. Sneha, I did not find any improvement point for you, but just example for you. Once we have done in HSR Toastmaster, instead of giving word of the day, we at just on theme time, we started talking about word of the day in the group. So we have seen the usage of word of the day was really high, because some, even I myself find difficult it to use immediately that word of the day. But if people start talking from the time theme is released, so that would be wonderful. Neville, not really any point. I love, this was new for me about your role, and I find it very interesting, and people were actually attentive so they could answer it. So that is fine. Now coming back to role taker, essay. Usha, actually when you started meeting, in opening meeting, the video was off. You were setting the tone. So I think you should be on with video and with a lot of energy. Akshay, acknowledge guest. I don't have any point, but see, knowing Akshay, I see energy was bit down today. Raffle started with question, but you were TMOD, so you have to be very particular about internet issues. So please be mindful for next time if you are having online meeting about your internet. Topic master Arna. I think you did good job. You have added a lot of story in between about your thing, which is good in a way. But I think for table topping master, it is responsibility to give people more and more chance. So if you can just reduce that, that would be wonderful. I hope I have covered everyone. Yeah. Is there anything? Sorry?
I think we're good. I just want to confirm, did we cover Ruchi's report or was it interrupted midway?
Ruchi's report was interrupted, so maybe we can just take it, or she can share offline. If time allows, she
Okay,
can.
let's give 2 minutes to Ruchi. If
Yeah.
Ruchi, you can, we can do a
I
quick
am
audio
done.
check.
So, yeah, Ruchi, can you please present your report?
Hello, hi. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, I'll quickly present it. President Akshay, you were flawless. TMOD, Raffle, you used basically sometimes to connect your thoughts and words. I have a challenge to try using the connector words or filler words like this. Speaker one, Pragati, you used 4 times in your speech. And again, I have a challenge to avoid crutch words like that. Speaker number 2, Prab Simran, you were flawless. You did not use any CRPF words. Evaluator 1, Sampreet, you used couple of times and try to minimize the usage of and Evaluator 2, Srinath, you used and then multiple times while presenting your report while connecting two sentences. Now coming to table topic master Arna. Arna, you did a fairly good job. You just sometimes used in between as your connector sentences. When you were trying to connect what the previous speaker has spoken, you used then. Table topic speaker 1, Deepak. Deepak, you used filler word a couple of times. Table topic speaker 2, Harshita. Harshita, you did a very good job as a first time speaker. You used a couple of but overall you did a very good job. Table topic speaker 3, Usha. Usha, again, you did a very good job. You used a couple of times, otherwise you did a very good job. Tripti, you used filler words and Table topic speaker money, you got cut in between, so I do not have any report for you. Table topic speaker 5, Srinath. You used in your speech if you plan multiple times, so it was a lot of repetition that was there. Table topic speaker 6, Sampreet. You used crutch word basically and like a couple of times. Table topic speaker 7, Sneha, used crutch word like 3 times in your speech, and you started with So my recommendation for you would be, if before you start, take a couple of seconds to compose yourself and do not start with a CRPF word. And last is table topic speaker 8, Neville. I have a challenge for you. You were flawless, but this is a challenge for you. I noticed you using and as a connector sentences between again and again. So there was a lot of repetition of and for you. So it's a challenge. General evaluator, Archita, you were flawless. That's it for my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruchi. Now, post my report, I will give stage back to our presiding officer, Akshay.
Thank you, everyone. Let us vote for the best auxiliary role taker, best table topic speaker, the best speech evaluator, and the best primary role player. Please hit the link bit.ly/BHTM vote 2. It's in the chat. It is bit.ly/BHTM vote 2. Along with that, please provide your feedback for the meeting, what you thought went well, and what you thought we could do better. Requesting everyone to spend a good 70 seconds on this voting link. Meanwhile, just a few quick updates. One, requesting everyone to please come on video because we are about to end the meeting with a group snap. So please try to come on video. And two, we are appearing to end the meeting probably 5 minutes late. So we most likely will end by 6:05. Apologies in advance. So yes, that's that. Everyone, please vote. Everyone is busy voting. Once again, vote for the best primary role player, auxiliary, best evaluator, and the best table topics speaker. Hope everything is okay with the form. I assume it is. Let's give it another 30 seconds more. I see that we currently have about 18 responses. Wow, that's great. Let me just take a moment to go through all the winners. Meanwhile, as I am going through the winners, I see Twinshu has joined. Hey Twinch, great to have you here. Twinshu, do you want to just share a few thoughts? I know you joined halfway through, but even so, how did you like the meeting? And also, what's up? How are you? Why don't you share a few words?
Hey, good evening, everyone. So, though I joined late, but the main part were like evaluation segment, and like though we are in online meeting, I just made notes here. What like for the table topic, we have to take pause, and structure and conclusion was the main part. In last two table topics, even I did the same mistake, like kind of two things I presented in the same table topic. So yeah, would was the learning this time in this online meeting. So that was good, and was great meeting you all here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Twinshu. Only correction there. In Toastmasters, there's no such thing as a mistake. It's only an area of improvement. There are always stepping stones where we get better and better. Thank you so much once again for coming, Twinshu. Looking forward to you
Yeah.
becoming a member of our club soon.
Yeah.
I see Harshita's here. Look at that big radiant smile on Harshita's face. Look at that. Welcome on video, Harshita. Would you like to share a few closing thoughts before we announce the winners?
It was very nice to see everyone so enthusiastic, and it being a Sunday, everyone really put in the effort, and I can see it's been a week-long thing. Yeah, I would definitely like to join in. I'll catch up with you offline to see the structure of meetings next week. Thank you for keeping me accountable.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Harshita. We are very happy that you could join us as well. And with that, let us now go on and announce the winners of meeting number 12 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters. Let me quickly share my screen for this activity. Starting with the best auxiliary role taker. The winner is Toastmaster Neville Shah. Let's hear it for Neville Shah. I hope my screen is visible and we can
Yes,
see
yes, it's
the
visible.
Lovely. Neville, commendable job. You completely bypassed the need to draw by just working with assets on the internet. Love the creativity you use, and in fact it only begs the question, should we rename the role when we use it online, right? Since the role taker has access to so many cool resources, right? More of like is it the sketcher anymore? Is it more of like the artist? Regardless, whatever you've done, the artwork you've done has been great. We really enjoyed it. I found the segment very enjoyable. Thank you very much. Coming next to the best table topic speaker, I just want to confirm that my screen is scrolling.
Yes.
Right?
It's scrolling as
Slowly.
well.
Lovely. The winner is none other than Toastmasters Sneha. Congratulations, Sneha.
Thank you.
Sneha, your friend, I want to say it was Sanya. Sanya is someone who you clearly make the most of, like you squeeze her dry like a nice wet sponge, because it appears that she really does provide for you in many aspects of your life. That's great.
Totally.
It's probably that you're the yin to her yang. What I'm trying to say is, we've heard that Sanya gives you a lot, but now I'm very curious to know what you give to Sanya and to all of your friends. Nonetheless, wonderful job taking that table topic on the fly and excelling with it. Congratulations. Moving on next to the best evaluator. And the winner is Toastmaster Srinath from HSR Toastmasters. Congratulations. Srinath, a wonderful evaluation. I think you did have a lot of valid points. You did stress on how prop could maybe utilize time better, and I liked how you went into the details, telling her how maybe the beginning could be trimmed. It's not very often that I hear people give like meaty feedback in terms of time utilization, and I know you're someone who is just getting familiar with evaluations. I'm assuming this is probably your fourth or fifth. If not, I'm sorry about that. But wonderful job, very impressive evaluation. Looking forward to seeing you do more. Congratulations, Srinath. And now, best role player. It was an epic showdown between mother, daughter, and Rauful Azam. Who will come out the winner? Harshita looks confused. So Archita is the mom of Arna, by the way, Harshita. So just clarification there. The best role player for meeting number 12. And I'm sure this winner is not going to make the other person forget about it, because I know this person is Arna Gupta. Congratulations very much, Arna. Wonderful job. Very engaging table topic section. Really loved the quirky comments you added in between all of the different speakers. Most importantly, because it is such an expansive table topic section, I love the variety of topics you had. Not just always about treks, but then there were some which were slightly different as well. And of course, you were supported by the great set of table topics participants who had a lot of eclectic and great stories to share. Congratulations, Arna. Let your mom know what a champion you are. And let her know the bright way is the right way. Anyways, let's go now to the best prepared speaker. We had two speakers today. Both of them are qualified in terms of time, and that was Pragati and Prabh Simran. However, there could be only one. And the winner is none other than Toastmaster Prabh Simran Kaur. Congratulations once again, Prabh Simran. I say once again because at this point, I am sure this is either your third, if not your fourth, best prepared speaker certificate. Excellent job. Really loved your message. A very heavy theme, which I thought you pulled off very well. And it just goes to show when it comes to emotional trauma, sometimes our society doesn't pay as much heed to it as opposed to a physical injury. So really great speech. Really looking forward to seeing you do more great speeches and piling up those best prepared speaker awards, right? Congratulations and great job. All right. So winners, you will be getting these certificates soon. I am going to take a group picture in about 35 seconds. Just two quick announcements. One, next week we resume our in-person meetings, and it's very likely our next meeting on Sunday is going to be a Christmas themed meeting. We will keep you more posted on that. The second update is regarding the newsletter. For those of you who have been living under a rock, the newsletter titled Bright Beginnings is coming out January 1st, 2025. This is a huge deal because the district provides an award and awards the club with the best newsletter a prize. And the onus is on all of us. So I really request all of you, if you've got great articles, something that you'd like to contribute to the newsletter, please reach out to Neville. I am happy to announce that Neville also has a posse who will be assisting him. This is going to be Sneha, Arna, Usha, and myself. So we are going to have a 5-man/woman team working on this newsletter. If you're interested to contribute, please hit us up as soon as possible. Last but not least, and I just like to reiterate this as many times as possible, December 29th, the final Bright Fest of the year. That's right, our Bright Fest and third and final Bright Fest for the year, which is a party where we all just chill and have fun, is going to be happening on December 29th from 7 p.m. onwards. Definitely free up your schedules. It is going to be a night we all are not going to forget. And let's end this year with a bang. On that note, I think we have made all the announcements. I think we have announced all the winners. Let's all smile very nicely for a big group photo. Let me open the sipping tool and let's smile in 3, 2, 1. Smile. Lovely. I think we've got a great picture. Thank you so much once again to everyone for joining. Thank you to our guests Harshita and Twinshu. We will see you all next week in an in-person meeting. Bright Hearts is going to be back to Urban Vault. Have a good evening, everyone, and see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
See you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.